Yeah, I always want to see a bloodbath. I I, I return energy. And look, there are a lot of attractive women. So what? Halle Berry was the most beautiful woman in the world 3 years in a row, right? Now she complaining about child support and all that other kind of thing. Um, I got a little bit more time before I got to pack. And I would tell you, a lot of men get upset when they hear women say, I wish I'd have stayed with Blaza. Oh, turn on request to go live. I turned it off. Sorry. A lot of men get upset when they hear women say, I wish I'd have stayed with that guy. Ladies, damn what you want. Get what you need. What do you need? And what you need is often very different than what you want. Make no mistake. When I date, I talk the same way. Getting what you need is a better deal. I may not like the way it sounds. It may not sound sexy. No, let me understand something, guys. Everybody, men and women included, we all got something going on with us. But at the end of the day, whether you accept it or not, there's an agreement that comes between one man and one woman that most people won't understand. That's why I say executive marriages are going to be more. We're going to see more of these because if not, this is the alternative. If a woman can't find an executive marriage or make a deal with a guy after she's in the danger zone or whatever, then you got to just rent a man. Tell me the last relationship where you've been submissive.
The last relationship I've been submissive?
Mm-hmm. Start to finish.
It was a very long time ago.
Okay, what was it?
Like long time ago.
Okay, I don't know you. When was it?
Probably high school.
Okay, who was he?
My boyfriend of 5 years.
And how old were you when you started seeing him?
How was I?
How old were you?
17.
So last time you acted like a feminine woman was 22.
Oh no, I act like a feminine woman all the time.
No. See how I just did that?
You asked me about being...
No. Listen. I said, when was the last relationship you were submissive? See, a feminine woman is submissive. You can't rewrite femininity to fit your definition.
So a feminine woman can't be alpha?
No.
No?
No.
Is that your opinion?
No. Femininity is not alpha. It's soft. And there is no such thing as an alpha woman. That's another thing, you women. It's just that you're trying to say Amazonian. That's another thing. You ladies need to put your dicks up. You're not an alpha. Women like you walk around thinking you're the shit. And this all started because excuse me?
I never once said I think I'm all that.
But when you think you're going to be celibate till marriage and think somebody's going to do that, that's crazy.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
And your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
because you're 5'4" and 200 pounds.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
You never seen my body before, so you just
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost 200 pounds with 2 kids in Kentucky. And I see your picture.
You just say
and I'm listening to how you talk. And I'm listening to your energy. I'm listening to your tone. I'm listening to your relationships. See, what it is, you ladies don't like when somebody is this direct with you. Honest. I got no dog in this fight. I had a woman on here earlier and I told her she was absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to screw you. You ain't giving me no money. What am I getting out of this?
Nothing.
So why do I have to lie?
You don't. And like I said, I have tough skin, so it doesn't, they're
talking about value, ma'am. I ask you, what product on the market increases in value with age and use? Nothing. You're older, you're used, and your value is lower than it was when you were 25 with no kids than when you was with 20
before you had your first child. That's when your value was the highest, before you had a child. And you're talking about celibacy until marriage as if somebody has to treat you like a virgin. And that is it. Ma'am, listen. Not having sex with you until marriage is treating you like a born-again virgin.
No, it's about my value.
I don't give a doggone what you call it. It's treating you like a born-again virgin. A man cannot have sex with you until he is your husband. That is treating you like a... I'm sorry.
It's like y'all validate these hoes out here, but when a woman finds
it's
her
not a
value
hoe,
or her
man.
worth,
Stop. We don't talk about these hoes out here. I'm talking about you.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why you ladies think you can be celibate with 2 kids out here. Well, you can choose whatever you want, but it ain't working because apparently, here's your value. I mean, let's just be brutal, right? Get right down to it.
Okay.
Your value is. You obviously think your value is much higher than I'm reading, right?
Oh, wow.
I say much higher than I'm reading.
Okay.
Is that true or false? Because you don't like my assessment, and you think your value's higher than it sounds like I'm saying. Is that true or not?
No.
So you think your value is what I'm saying it is?
Well, what you saying? My value is low, right? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying it. Yes, it's lower than when you had no kids.
I mean, that's what any woman after
But you're asking higher prices.
Not really.
Yes, you are, man.
Really.
You're asking somebody to accept
I'm
you
asking
not
for
have
equal. That's
you're asking for somebody. Oh, listen, this is not working. You're asking for somebody not to have sex with you until you're married. That's a high price. That's a virgin's price. Wow. That's a virgin's price.
That's your opinion.
Okay, what would you call it, man?
So I just supposed to be out here just laying
No, man. I don't know. No. You just answer my question. You say, since my opinion, what would you call it? A man cannot have sex with a woman until he's married to her. That's a virgin's price. What would you call it?
That's a virgin's price. Wow.
What would you call it?
What I would call it is having somebody that knows their worth. That's what I would call it. That's what I would call it. Be honest with you. It's like, okay, when you get
no, ma'am. Listen, you're not. I think you're. See, this is when your ego's too into this.
No,
ma'am,
it's not.
You're not even listening.
Okay.
If you don't have sex until your wedding night, that means that person has no idea who you are in the intimate setting. True or false?
That's true. So
that's like being a virgin.
So test drive.
That is like being. No, ma'am. Listen. Stop trying to listen to answer and listen to comprehend. I said you have a virgin's price, meaning he cannot have sex with you until after the marriage vows. That is a virgin's price. I ask you, what would you call it? You would say it's knowing my value. No, it's a virgin's price.
All right. But the thing is, at 20, you were 20-year-old hot. You had 20-year-old womb. You had 20-year-old body count. You had 20-year-old trauma. You had 20-year-old experience. That's what we value. That's all it comes down to for us.
But don't you feel like with those experiences, a person can add value to your lifetime?
Look.
If we plan on being life partners.
Okay, you want me to answer?
Yes.
Men value your youth, your fertility, your purity, your femininity, submission, ability to cooperate, and fitness. And all of that is at your highest in your youth. The older you get, the older you get.
Right.
But nothing, no product gets more expensive with time and use.
You just sit back and say, I'm more valuable now because I'm not the same 20-year-old. I am this, I am that. Fine. But have you ever been to the pawn shop?
Yes.
All right. You ever take something you really value to the pawn shop?
I have.
And did they hurt your feelings when they told you how much it was worth?
Yes. I was like, what? Yes.
That's you. We the pawn shop.
Do you feel like you get to move forward after you've made permanent decisions with men you don't speak too highly of? Why do you think you get to move forward with another man? Do you want, first off, do you want to have any other children? No. So you're looking for a stepfather. Is there any honor in being a stepfather today?
I think it is.
Bullshit. I put a post up on Instagram and I asked people this question. Is there any honor in being a stepfather? And overwhelmingly, people said no. Women said no. So a man doesn't get a child with you. He has to come and raise some other men's children, men that you don't even speak highly of. You've got issues. This sounds like, why should a man who has 2015 Kia Optima buying power settle for a rental?
Wow.
I mean, y'all just don't think of and the point is, you ladies don't think of yourselves in realistic terms. You look at it and you say, well, look, I'm great, all right, but it's rent or own. And why should a man marry you, own you, pay the full freight, and he can't even get a kid?
But own me, like, I'm not a property, and I don't see that's maybe marriage would not be my thing because I'm not a property. It's a 50-50 thing, like that's something.
That's such a boy. It's not no 50-50 nothing because a man coming in taking care of your two kids, that ain't no 50-50 nothing. He has to come in and provide for your two kids. He don't even get a kid. You're coming in with less. He has to come in with more. And see, that's the thing. You ladies talk about this ownership. Okay, well, if there's a bump in the night, do you jump up and go deal with it?
I have to play.
If you're married, you got a husband in the bed.
Most likely not. If he's a man, he would definitely.
Oh, see, I think. Thank you. You hear that shit? If he's a man, see, it's funny when a man is going to lose his life defending you, but it ain't no man for you to follow.
I mean, but I would get up and see if it was a bump. I mean, my thing about it is just that I had to play both roles by myself.
You're not a wife.
Hey, I mean, that's probably why I'm still alone. And
that's
it.
Okay,
I get what your opinion on it.
But I get it. But I'm just saying, a man who's looking for a wife ain't looking for all this attitude and this negotiation. Understand something. A man who's looking to find a wife has all the advantages. He doesn't have to negotiate with any women, much less a woman who doesn't want to play her role and that wants to bring somebody else's kids and ain't gonna give him no kid. That's not you don't have any leverage in the marriage market.
So if I did give him a kid, it would be a whole different.
It would be more than what you got now. So I tell you, the queen of engagement queens, man. I'm telling you, your Godfather's right again. So
but to be
what's
honest,
wrong? But what's wrong with you?
To be honest, in my 20s, what I was doing was just dating for fun. Dating, I'm going to be really blunt, dating like, rappers, athletes. And by time I was ready to sit down, I was already in my 30s and I'm like, oh shit, like I've give away my most precious years to just partying and being on a scene. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm trying to date and I really don't know what I like.
Keep going.
I'm trying to figure out what do I like, because for the past 4 years I've been engaged twice and they weren't the one.
Have you been in therapy?
Yes, I'm in therapy now.
Let me ask you a question that you probably haven't asked yourself, because thank you for being honest, because I was going to get to it anyway. You've had plenty of if you've been with all these unsuitable men, you've had plenty of suitable men that just weren't exciting enough.
Exactly. Like, oh, IG model, but what they do not know is that I'm corporate and I'm very humble. So once they find out, like, oh, this girl is really just an everyday girl,
It's usually
like,
because of the kid.
oh no, he had 4 kids.
That don't matter with us.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me back up. You're a whole mess. And see, I'm letting this play because you've been honest. But man, look, women with pretty privilege, I have really little to no sympathy for women like that because you have more opportunities than most women and you mismanage them.
You're right.
I mean, could you date an average man, an average black man making $40,000 a year? Honestly, come on,
Honestly,
man.
no. I expect a man to make as much as I do or more.
What is and how much and what range are we talking about?
6 figures.
That can go from 100,000 to 900.
Over. He has to make at least over 140,000. I know, but that's what I'm bringing to the table. I'm only asking what I bring to the table.
Yeah, but what you bring to the table is old and used. I mean, due respect. I mean, Look, what you bring to the table is 2 14-year-olds and a bunch of hard miles.
Mm-hmm. What
If we take your money away, is what you bring to the table.
What I've been coming up with this past year is I make good money and I started my own business.
You don't care about that shit.
Can I meet a man who make less than I do, but who is loyal, who can give me everything I want, but he makes less than me?
Let me tell you something. The men that you need make less than you, and you probably need to deal with one of them because they can give you something that you lack: humility.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's solid. I think of my friend in Philadelphia, and he's the kind of man you would actually need, but you would bypass him because he didn't go to college. He's probably smarter than most of the guys that you know.
Oh no,
See, the problem,
yep, yeah,
but they don't. But if they don't make that kind of money, see, you're in a trick bag.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 kids early on, and your standard is extremely high. You've had men with money and rappers and all this other kind of stuff, but the problem is, do you really bring that kind of value? Because if you did, you should be able to maintain. You can acquire men left and right, but can you keep a quality man?
No, you know why? Because when I had a quality man, I was like, oh my God, this guy is so boring. He want me in at a certain time. He doesn't want me at a guy's VIP. So I was like, you know what? It's over. But guess what? If I can go back and take that man back, I'll take him back. He was right.
How long ago was this?
This was 3 years ago. I shouldn't be in no man's VIP.
Nope.
There's things I shouldn't wear. So I'll take him back if I could.
But did you really not know that?
I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to do me.